Hello and welcome to Tunnel Talk, the dev vlog where we give you a behind-the-scenes look at the ongoing development of our newest project, Tunnel. I'm your host, Noah Rosenfield, and in today's episode, we've got a very special announcement. Our newest prototype has been entered into the Games Job Fair Unity Programming Challenge, sponsored by Unity, which means it's now available for you to play on itch.io. We'll also look at what's new in this version and discuss the results of our second playtest from last month's Indie Dev Night at BrookLAN in New York City. Now, I'm somewhat known to bury the lead when I've got big news, so today we're going to put it front and center. You can play Tunnel right now for free on itch.io. And not only that, you can play it in your browser. No downloads required. All right? So, I'm going to show you what that looks like. You jump over to itch.io, link in the description, click that run game button, and boom, you are off and on your way. Drop a comment, let us know what you think, and see if you can top this monstrous score that I'm about to put up right here. So, while we let this playthrough run, let's talk about what's new. We've made some adjustments to the UI that we talked about in our previous video, namely, we've dropped that health indicator. Oh, there it is. Every time, wrong side. Drop that health indicator from the top down to the bottom. Brought that size up so it's nice and big, front and center for the player. And we've added in color changes to kind of help reflect as it goes down. It'll change from that blue color to an orange and then to a red if you hit that critical marker. And we've updated the colors of the shield and the shield boosts to match that health bar. Or the health text, to try to convey that these three things, the shield health, and the shield boost, are all connected. We've also added in a flashing red border to help identify and call out when you've entered that one-hit danger zone. We swapped in that tachometer style boost indicator for the bar style boost indicator. There it is in the lower left, right next to the health text. And we've added in a big engine overload graphic front and center. Let the user know when they've hit that engine overload point. We've also fleshed out the 3-ship gameplay structure that we talked about. Added a little buffer zone to the top and the bottom of the level, which you can see right there. And we've got this sweet camera transition. Whew, I love that. From the bottom back to the top of each level, so you can really see how far you've traveled, and it really drives home that idea of having multiple ships. We've added new level sections with a first pass at a little bit of difficulty ramping. So as you'll notice, we've got level sections 0.0, 0.1, and 0.2. Those are meant to be a little bit more of like an introduction. We kind of turned down the number of mines, increased the number of shields, tried to make it a little bit more friendly for first timers. And then we've got after that levels 1 through 7, which are back sort of to a regular difficulty level, and then really even ramping up from there as we introduce new mechanics that add a little even more difficulty and more strategy to the game. And lastly, as promised from last video, we've got 3 new mechanics: invincibility, wormholes, and we skipped the tracking mines, the moving mines, and instead we went with something that I'm currently calling the electric gate. Now, if you stick around for long enough, you'll see it in this gameplay video. And I'll be honest, I don't love electric gate as a name. So once you see what it does, if you have a better name for it, go ahead, drop that in the comments, help me out, give me something better. All right, so now that actually covers the current set of gameplay changes, which brings us now to the feedback that we got from our most recent playtest at the Indie Dev Night at BrookLAN. So some of the changes that are in this prototype here, those were already in before our most recent playtest. Some of them didn't make it in until after. But the primary feedback that we got from everybody was, when is it launching? People love it. People even love it as it is in this existing state. I was really surprised. It doesn't really have a lot of the polish that I was kind of expecting it to need, people to want. But the gameplay is engaging. There's not really there's no way around it. So we had some players investing some really solid time helping us catch bugs. Again, people really love the simplicity of the game. And the main feedback that we got was around that difficulty and, lack of an introduction. There's no tutorial section and no reference for what the controls are, how it works, how the tunnels work or interact. So players were really dependent upon us providing all of that information to them, which, as any UX expert will tell you, it's not the ideal way to run a play test. You really want to be able to just kind of sit back, watch them interact with the game, and then, kind of get your observations from them telling you or what you're seeing, not so much like directing them, do this, do that. So for the next stage, we're definitely going to be looking at trying to provide some context for who you're playing as, how you play, what the goals are, all of that. And we've got a little bit of that, at least, on the itch.io page. There is we have a description section below, and it kind of lays out your controls. It's got a legend for all of the different, little pieces, their point values. Not that there's too many, but eventually there will be. So it was nice to have that option available for us to get that going. Let's see, how far are we into this epic playthrough? Oh man, we are not even halfway done with this. So I think I might have to speed this up a little bit. Might have to move this along. Let's see if we can. Maybe we can double time this, triple time this. Where's that playback speed? Playback speed, double. Ooh, now that's how it runs right there. See, now that's just too fast. That's just too. If you were actually playing that fast, I don't know. I think that looks mighty tough. But oh yeah, it's a beaut. So again, check out the link in the description. Head on over to noseandfield.itch.io/tunnel. Give this thing a try. Let us know what you think. Post your high score. See if you can beat the developer. And I hope you have a good time with it. Well, thanks again for joining in for Tunnel Talk, and we'll see you next time. Peace.